Friday night football for Motherwell versus Hibs. First match in charge for new Hibs boss Pat Fenlon. And it was the away side who were in the early ascendancy. Leigh Griffiths hit the post, and Gary O'Connor pounced to lash home the rebound. The lilac-clad Hibs 1-0 up in the 16th minute, and Gary O'Connor with his 11th goal of the season. Fenlon and assistant Billy Brown were shouting instructions to their players all night, and the solid-looking Hibs had a big shout for a penalty too. Leigh Griffiths with a spectacular attempt, the ball striking the hand of Stephen Hamill, but nothing given by referee Willie Collum. Motherwell gradually got more into the game, but struggled to make chances. Tom Haitley with a long-range shot high over the bar. Stuart McCall far from happy with the overall performance from his side. For the most part, the Hibs defence was keeping the Motherwell attack fairly quiet, although Graham Stack had to save well from a fiercely hit drive from Nicky Law. The former Bradford City winger catching the ball perfectly. So, 1-0 at half-time, and that's when the drama really kicked off. A small electrical fire and an ill fan led to the emergency services being called out. One of the floodlights failed, and that was that. Match abandoned. A disappointing end to the night for the large crowd that had turned out for the game. A good attendance inside Fir Park, 7,080 in total. Motherwell had slashed ticket prices and introduced a scheme that allowed season ticket holders to bring along a friend for free. Undoubtedly, this helped boost the numbers. Disappointment for the Hibs players who had been leading, and their new manager, Pat Fenlon.
Stuart, I don't know if you've ever been involved in a peculiar sort of circumstances like that. It was an odd one, wasn't it?
Yeah, very strange. I think we're only 2 minutes into the game, and the doctor walked by us and said somebody collapsed in the stand and had to be defibrillated back to life. So that was a bad enough start, and then the problem with the floodlights. So it's disappointing, but safety's got to come first. Jane, I was there when the Bradford fire, and that was horrendous. So they just didn't know what was going to happen once the electrical fire. If they shut it down and started up again, it could have really. So it's the only right decision, and the decision's been taken by the police and the fire brigade. And
obviously your players, what's their reaction when they're coming off there?
Well, they still had they were still getting recovering from a air blasting they'd got, because we didn't start in the first 20 minutes. Hibs deserved to go ahead. All right, after that we did a little bit better. We forced a lot of corners, but we certainly weren't happy with the first half performance. So I think they were desperate to get out and get on with it. So a little bit disappointed, with this first half showing, but we get on with it.
I hear what you're saying about safety first, obviously we can all understand that, but from your point of view and obviously preparations and build-ups, you want to get a full 90 minutes under your belt out there before your next game, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it could have been worse. We could have been winning 1-0. I mean, I feel for Hibs, but we were certainly, the lads were ready to go after 5 minutes of half-time talk. They wanted to get back out and get on with it, because they know they'd not really, as I say, first 20 minutes we they came and played the shape, the three in the midfield, and made it difficult for us. But then we started getting a little bit of a foothold in the game, the latter parts of the first half, and as I say, forced a lot of set plays, and Nicky Law has a good drive, and Stack's made an excellent save. But it's a shame as well for the big crowd. Hibs have brought a good following, we've had good backing, and it's not the way obviously we wanted Friday night football to end.
Yeah, I was going to say that obviously Motherwell have made tremendous efforts to try and make this a kind of family fun night, and it's just best laid plans and all that.
Yeah, that's right, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's unfortunate, they've got 100%, they've got to go on the safety side of it, there's no doubt about that. So we'll just have to see when it's rearranged, and we'll obviously we'll look to that. But not a lot we can say, Jane. We it's a shame how it's ended. There was a good supporting, but we need to do better.
Does that affect your kind of preparations now? I mean, were they going to have a day off tomorrow, but now they're brought in, that sort of thing?
Well, I've just frightened them to death, because they're on the Christmas do tomorrow. But I said the game's being replayed tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and most of them went white in there. So. No, they're in tomorrow morning. They'll do a good shift tomorrow. They'll have a hard day tomorrow, and then they'll have Sunday off.
Pat, can we have a quick wee word with you just a minute? What's your thoughts? This is a strange one, is it not?
I thought this only happened at home, to be honest. Games got called off, but I was disappointed because I thought we were very, very good tonight, and you winning the game, not to say that we would have won it, but we had a great chance tonight.
Obviously, we're hearing that there was an electrical fire over there. I don't know whether you were aware of the fire engines kind of whizzing past when the first half was underway, were you?
I wasn't, no. Billy said it to me on the bench. I didn't see it, but I mean, it's out of our control. It's not a football decision, so it's not a lot we can do about it.
And as you say, disappointing because would it be fair to say that you looked the better team in the first half?
I'm disappointed the game is off. I'm delighted with the performance for 45 minutes. I thought we were very, very good, and just said that to the players. You know, you've shown you can do it tonight, so there is no excuse.
Is it disappointing though from the point of view that obviously you don't know what was going to happen in the second half? You could have gone on to score more goals. It would have been nice to see how your players reacted to maybe Motherwell having another goal in the second half too. You maybe didn't learn too much this evening.
Oh, I've learned lots. I've learned a lot that people said we hadn't got. You know, and they showed in the first half that they have got that. So although we're very disappointed, but you take something out of every game, and I've taken a lot out tonight.
You were very vocal on there on the touchline. I enjoyed listening to some of the banter. What impressed you the most this evening with your players?
I thought the work we did during the week on the shape of the team, they carried out their jobs, you know, to what we asked them to do. We attacked well, we defended quite well. So I think in general, overall, I was very pleased with most of it.
What's the game plan now? A couple of days off or back in training, hard at it?
No, we'll be in the morning. We'll have a session in the morning. We might do a little bit more than we're going to do. We normally come in and we'll do a cool down, but we might do a little bit more. But we'll see. We probably need to lift them up now. In fairness, they probably were high going in at half time, and they dropped their heads a little bit now because of the game. And players know themselves that they put in a good shift tonight, and it's disappointing to end up like that.
And you hopefully get a full 90 minutes under your belt next time you're out.
Yeah, well, it's not a bad game to go in the next time, so hopefully we'll finish it out the next time. Yeah.